I can't quit. Gotcha. I can't quit thinking about what we should do with Conor, what you would do with Conor. And the more I think about that, and you guys got to understand from my perspective, I can't cover him. So I'm the first one off. I mean, this whole being a star, this whole selling and drawing, and it comes from the me's of the world. We're either talking about him or we're not. It's as simple as that. You can do any algorithm you want. You want to know the main event guys? You want to know the guys that are fighting for titles? You want to know the top ranked guys? You want to know who's making the most money? It's whoever gets the most interviews. It's whoever gets talked about the most, like I'm doing now. And I can't talk about him. I don't even talk about. There is not two people that you would like to see Conor McGregor fight. Prove it. Go ahead. Who are the two people you'd like to see him fight? Not only have you not succeeded at naming two people, you don't even know a weight class that you would put him at. And those things can be fixed, right? There's fight announcements all the time, and then the promoter's got to start, and he brings in the bells and whistles, and Conor has certainly proved that he can do his part of that. I'm just sharing with you. There are some massive exceptions that would have to be made to bring him in. Now, when you're the biggest draw in the sport, those exceptions get made. Like, all of these things can be done. I'm just sharing for you. I'm having to jump off the boat because you have no interest in hearing me talk about him, which didn't used to be true. I used to be able to cop Conor, and people would come running. And if I do anything Conor fight related, it doesn't. I mean, it's dead in the water. It's dead at the picture I'll post on YouTube. It's dead at the thumbnail. Dead. Now, that doesn't mean that Conor is. Conor is very big. Conor is the only true superstar we have in the sport. Mike Kogan was explaining this to me one time, and he said that there was only two superstars in the history of our sport. And he said, regardless to what I believe, Conor's actually number two. He said, of all time, Conor's number two. The number one superstar in the history of our sport was Kimbo Slice. And there are some television ratings that do support that. You feel free to debate that how you want. But then Kogan went further to explain to me what a superstar is. And he said, man, I'm not talking about a popular fighter. I'm not talking about a guy that can draw or even a guy that can sell out arenas. I'm talking about a guy that can do something that isn't fighting and bring people with him. So Conor can go to movies. Conor can go to press conferences. Conor can go to other sports like boxing, and the people come with him. It was just explained to me that makes him a superstar and that there is nobody else like that in the sport. Now, I share that with you because this isn't a Conor hit piece. It's more of working through some thoughts because I'm noticing that I'm not the only rat to jump off the boat. There are not very many Conor topics anymore. The Conor is having to work harder and more on social media than he ever has. Because it's the only way to get the word out, because we're not doing it anymore. But it doesn't mean that I suggest for you the heyday is over. I'm just asking, to Kogan's point, what would you transition him to? Because the more the time goes by, the more it is clear to me Dave Feldman is the one that got this right, and he got it right first. Conor the promoter. Bring him to press conferences. Sit him in the front row. Get him doing some social media. Get him telling stories. He is wildly gifted in that area. I don't know that anyone else is. I don't know that promoters are gifted in that area. I mean, I feel like they have to work harder than Conor can just come out and be natural. I don't think Conor has done anything over at Bare Knuckle that I have missed, and I'm just suggesting for you. Is that the way he should transition? I work at ESPN. it's hard for me to imagine that Conor calls up ESPN and says, I want on the desk tonight. And they tell him no. I would think that would be a huge hit. Conor down there, sitting with Rogan and sitting with Anik, sitting with DC. They bring in a fourth man. It's Conor McGregor, and he only does one fight, but it's going to be Ilia Topuri's fight. Like I just think there's something there. I get that isn't how it's done. I just think that there's something there, and I'm asking, what would you do? What would you do with McGregor? Now, there's a road that I don't want to go down. It's a road. I'm the only one that ever started you down this. And believe me, I got a phone call. I said stop. But Jon Jones, did you guys see him a couple of days ago? He gets offered a fight with Fedor. And Jon was very respectful. He said, hey, I'm under contract with the UFC. And Conor would tell you the same thing. Why you can't go do bare knuckle? Well, I'd sure like to. Oh, I'd like to get in a pair. Oh, God, I'd like to, but I can't. Okay, I'm not going to dig into this. It's not true. There is nobody anywhere that's under an exclusive contract. I'm going to get out right there. But there is no such thing. Okay. So, with that in mind, you now get a better understanding that he also does not want to do it. It's no different than Jon and doing bare knuckle and Fedor. And whether I was respect to Fedor, Jon has never really understood his contract, which is not my typical way of being a dick to Jon. Jon really does not understand his contract. And so when Jon said I'm under with the, I do believe that he believes it. And before you push back and tell me how wrong I am, no, I'm not. All right. I really am going to leave it at that. Anyone can fight anywhere. All right, let's move on. So, what would you do with Conor? I mean, what would you do? He can fight anywhere he wants. He can fight bare knuckle. He can put on a show in Ireland, which was his big plan when he set up a $99.99 LLC for McGregor Sports like Francis did. He could come in and call a fight. He can continue helping with the promotion of a fight. But I'm just asking you. Because the rats are jumping off the boat. Don't think that I don't know for a second that as it pertains to Conor that I am a barnacle like everybody else. We roll with him and cover him when it's good for us. I'm just sharing with you, it's no longer good for us. There's a reason that he is so active on social media. It's the only way to get ahead. There's nothing to talk about. So if you could change that and you could pick the subject, what would it be?